just gets completely
out of control.
Yeah, but
also Silverblade Paladin could get out of control.
Sure.
That's a card that is very bad against removal, whereas Chris Anderson does not have much in the way of said removal. So
yeah, Anderson
we have
with the Temple Garden tapped.
The old upside down cards from Chris Kuehl.
Human on the Cavern into an Abbot's Pilgrim. And it looks like Chris Anderson just drew a Pilgrim right on time.
It looks like he has a Borderland Ranger and a Smiter. Locks it on Smiter.
Yeah.
There's Chris, yeah. So, go to here's the turn, and he has 3 transform cards in his hand. So they're Mayors or Garrett.
They all look to be the Innistrad one, so I'm thinking they're Mayors.
Okay.
Which, incidentally, like, may just be more powerful as they're on flip mode. If you have, I guess if you have all of them, they're just pumping each other.
Yes.
But, you know, pack rat style.
Right. As long as they're all the same side.
It looks like one of them is a Huntmaster.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. There's also a Garruk possibility. Garruk Relentless.
Oh yeah, that's true. So Pilgrim's gonna get in for 1, and it locks it on Smiter for follow-up on Chris Anderson's side. Smiter is absolutely amazing in this format, I think. It's just like being a 4/4 is just bigger than everything on the small side. And
yeah, it's bigger than everything else for its cost.
Yeah.
My issue with Smiter is that it gets very easily trumped.
Sure.
As the game develops, like.
But it clocks so hard.
Yeah. It's probably the best thing to do on 3 mana.
Yes. It's easily the best thing on 3.
Alright, so an untapped land for Chris. Cool.
Yep. Likely a Huntmaster of the Fells.
Maybe I might go with Garruk Relentless, but looks like
I don't know if he has one though. It might
right,
just be
if he
Mayors.
has one, yeah. That's a good point. But Huntmaster of the Fells coming out to play.
Chris going back up to 19. Currently waiting on the wolf token from the line judge.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh yeah, Chris, you're not gonna. Big 2.
Chris offering up the biggest of the 2s. The best card in the deck.
Yes. Chris may be missing his land drop this turn.
He can make it if he wants with Borderland Ranger.
Yeah, that looks like a Garrett, not a Mayor, on the other.
Okay. And Chris Kuehl's hand.
Yes. I think Chris is debating whether he wants to ship in.
Yeah.
I guess it trades for the Huntmaster if there's a block.
Right, and that's a good trade
Huntmaster
for.
Is a 3/2, yeah.
Yeah, the Mayor of Everbrook is pumping the Huntmaster.
Yep, Borderland Ranger to hit his land drop, likely getting a Plains.
So one cool thing about this Humans deck is that if you flip a Huntmaster, you also flip the Mayors with it.
Oh, so it pumps it still?
Yeah.
Always pumped.
Always pumped. As long as they're on the same side.
Yeah, as long as they're in sync on the same cycle. Yeah.
And they both have the same flip conditions.
Yeah, it looks like Chris may just have a better mid-range hand than Chris Kuehl has a better mid-range hand with his green-white-red Humans deck than Chris Anderson does this game. It's a little late champion of the parish.
I think Chris Kuehl's hand is a little too good.
He's gonna
pass. He wants to flip
both creatures. Huntmaster the Pilgrim first. I think Chris.
So Chris Anderson has 2 options. He can play Restoration Angel now to save it. He can play Restoration Angel to blink his Borderland Ranger to hit his 5th land drop.
Or he can play the Borderland Ranger
in his hand to get his 5th land drop.
Looks like he's just taking it.
Right. Because the land drop that Chris desires would enable the Thragtusk in his hand. And
there's a land drop.
Yeah.
Thragtusk comes into play and stabilizes the board a bit. But Chris Anderson really needs to find an Angel of Serenity at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Blinking, Angel Thragtusk shenanigans are exactly that, those shenanigans.
Well, I guess the Restoration Angel could take over a little bit, but every time you Restoration Angel your Thragtusk, you gain 5 and you make a 3/3. Every turn that Mayor is making a 3/3.
Yeah.
And if you start flipping the Mayor back, then you're flipping the Huntmaster back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really a winning proposition here.
I think Chris is going to get his creatures off the cycle. Looks like a Restoration Angel going down for Chris Kuehl.
That seems correct. Just make as many wolves as possible to go with the Mayor, because the wolves are 3/3s.
Yes.
Actually, the Mayor still pumps the Huntmaster because it's a werewolf.
Right, it'll pump it on both sides.
Yeah.
That's going on. So, yeah.
So your comment about being in sync with the Hunt doesn't really...
Yeah, it just always pumps it.
Yeah, in retrospect.
Mayor of Everbrook always pumps all sides of Huntmaster the Fells. So a 4th land from Chris Kuehl.
On Chris Kuehl's side, I might just pass.
I'll pass again to flip the...
I don't even like this attack that much.
No, me neither.
I think Chris Anderson just eats a wolf
and takes 3. Yeah, that's not a big deal.
Yeah. Like, it pushes in some damage, but you can get to the point where you're pushing in more damage per attack per wolf lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe actually, it might be right, because he might just be trying to race an Angel of Serenity. Because
that's not a great way to race it. Like, that's
he's making wolves off of the Mayor.
Right. I would prefer an Alpha Strike, Garruk Relentless.
Okay. Making a wolf.
Yep, replacing his wolf. So he can make 2 wolves a turn if he likes, and at some point it's going to be a very good Alpha Strike. Sure. I don't think throwing away 1 wolf for 3 damage is the Alpha Strike you want to be making if you're Chris Kuehl.
It looks like he missed his Mayor trigger. Yep.
Oh yes, the end of turn make a wolf trigger.
Anderson holding him to it. What are you doing?
Nice try. Okay, apparently he
may have announced it. Yeah.
Having watched Chris Anderson play before, there's not a chance
that he would have let that slide. Yeah. I agree.
So if Chris can play 2 spells this turn, that would be ideal. He's got a Pilgrim, and if I were him, I would play either.
I don't think he needs to play 2 spells this turn. I think he
really wants to get the Howlpack Alpha back to Mayor of Everbrook if he can help it.
I think he's just gonna play 1 spell, and then pass the turn and Restoration Angel here, and maintain parity and hope to draw an Angel of Serenity. Because I don't think he's gonna flipping everything back and forth is not a winning proposition, because Chris is just gonna pass back and flip them again. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got to play for the best.
Don't like this one.
Let's see. So Restoration Angel, the Thragtusk. I think he may have been obligated to hit the Borderland Ranger there.
He has a Borderland Ranger in his hand.
If he hits
3 of Spades for the 3 of Clubs, but
got to start big, right?
Yeah.
Immediately turn into a real beast. I think he's debating whether he wants to trade off on all of them, or on one of them, or whether he wants to eat another 3.
Definitely. That's clearly 1 block, and the Smiter on another one is clearly another. Yeah. I think he's in reasonable position to, make the block he did. Just to trade off.
Chris can decide whether he wants to Garruk or not.
Yes. Garruk Relentless has the capability of killing anything. I'd probably actually kill the Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Leaves it at 2 counters, so you can use the survival ability twice.
Right.
The -1 sack a creature, 2 defer creature.
Nope, he decides to.
Been there.
Yeah.
I guess he also has no creatures in graveyard, so he's not really in overrun range.
Right. He'd be more in survival mode.
Which is pretty good because he can survival up a conscripts, take his Thragtusk the next turn, and survival the Thragtusk away.
Yeah.
Which is a very
nice solid line. It's like you don't really think of it. It's not one of the major synergies in the deck, but
you can do that.
Just because that's not what the deck was designed to do doesn't mean you're not allowed to do it. It looks like
and a Thalia.
Get a bigger dice on that. The champion of the parish has 2 counters on it.
Mayor flips back to the small side, which is pump my entire team side.
Yeah.
Well, Chris is gonna play his spells, and gonna hope he's gonna draw an Angel of Serenity.
Yep.
Which, does that even do it anymore? Yeah, it does, probably.
Yeah, I mean, getting the all 3 flip cards is pretty.
Yeah.
Even like the 2 Mayor of Aberbrooks and the champion.
I think the champion is just not going to get through this game. I think that like any size ground creature is just absolutely irrelevant right now.
I would have liked to see Chris Kuehl keep his Garruk in play.
I agree. It also kills the Pilgrim, which puts Chris Anderson a mana further from the game.
The target mana, basically. Yeah. This is looking to get to 6 or to 7.
I think Chris is debating if he wants to hold the Smiter so he has a way to flip stuff back, but I just don't think he can.
No.
Oh, that's awkward. Chris Kuehl can pass, flip his Huntmaster, kill the Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And he drew a Conscripts.
So, I believe, he still has the ability to cast it.
Yes.
And so, Chris looks like he's going to use his Restoration Angel Superiority.
Yep. So, Chris Anderson falls to 15, 13 on upkeep. All of the Wolves flip.
He's killing Borderland Ranger?
Really? Maybe he's just not thinking that there's a Serenity in Chris's deck? That's not an Angel of Serenity. It's a good one, though. It's just not a...
It's one of the better ones, that's for sure. But probably... Yeah, I mean, Chris Anderson is Angel Serenity or bust in this game. He can... This Thragtusk will buy him a turn or 2 or whatever.
Probably one.
Yeah.
There's 2 Mayors in play. It might not even buy a turn. Who knows?
Right. I have to see, like, okay.
Restoration Angel is very important here. It lets Chris save a creature from the Angel of Serenity. That would be basically the only way that Chris Anderson can win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Wolves show back up.
That looked like a green card. Nope, there's a township.
Oh! That actually might do something.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Not currently, but in a turn or 2.
Oh, well, we also... The township is fine if we can answer these 2 make 3/3 guys.
Yeah.
Huntmaster flips back. Champion grows bigger. Make another wolf. Gain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers.
Do a handstand. No. Just do everything. I have like mill your opponent for 30.
It's actually possible that Chris Kuehl has lethal on. Yeah, he has lethal for sure here.
Does he?
Yeah, I don't know if he went through the math, but Chris Anderson is going to have 5 blockers after this conscript.
After conscripts, okay.
To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 attackers or something like that.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13, not like the Thalia and the Pilgrim probably count as 1 3 damage source. But yeah, I think
So he has
that's
5 blockers. It blocks the Thragtusk,
yeah, and he has 7.
the Mayors. The Huntmaster's also a 4/4.
Yeah,
And the Champion, and he's gonna take. Yeah, that's like lethal from like Wolves and Resto Angels alone.
yeah. Right. So he has, yeah. If you want to look at it this way, he will have 4 Wolves, 2 Mayors, 2 Angels, a Huntmaster, a Conscripts, and a Thragtusk.
And Chris Anderson sees the writing on the walls, packs up his cards, goes on to game 2.
See,
So,
Chris Anderson is playing red mana symbol sleeves
yeah.
and not playing a red deck.
Well, no, he's just the kind of person that would do that.
Yeah. So if we go to sideboarding, what does Cranderson get to add to his repertoire?
A Garruk Relentless,
Okay.
some Centaur Healers if he wants them. I don't think he does.
No.
Silk Lash Spider, which I don't think he wants. Ray of Revelation, not that good. Nevermore, not that good. Rest in Peace, also not good. Rock's Faithbender, not a lot.
No.
So he gets to add a Garruk pretty much.
Basically. On the bright side, he doesn't have a ton that he actively wants to take out.
Right.
Like he has a couple Triumph of Ferocities.
I don't even dislike that card in this matchup.
Yeah.
I
He
could
maybe
see
has a Centaur Healer.
so like every card that you could board out is still fine. Like Selesnya Charm's not that good, but it's still fine.
Yeah, it says in terms it's a combat trick.
Yeah, combat trick makes it 2/2 to block some of the early guys. Can kill a champion that gets out of hand.
All right, so we've seen this matchup from the green-white human side, and this is almost got to be a carbon copy of Ben's list,
Yeah.
down to the Huntmaster of the Fells in the sideboard.
Which should come in, as should the
Yeah.
Garruk Relentless, as
Yeah.
should the Bonfires. I don't think you actually want the Bonfires.
Yeah, I'm not. I think the bonfires are okay, but not
Sigardas, though. I think you want Sigardas and Oblivion Rings.
Okay, get behind that. Yeah, I mean Sigarda lets you take to the air as
Yeah.
a 5/5 flyer or whatever. That even if you can, even with the Gavany Township, gets through an Angel
Yeah.
Serenity.
Would you consider boarding in Nevermore?
I don't think I would. If you look at Chris's deck, it is 37 cards that make a creature and 23 lands.
Okay.
So when you side in these cards that are not creatures, you're sacrificing something. And I actually think
Would you take out Thalia?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because you're boarding in Bonfires and Garruks. Well, not Bonfires. Garruk and Oblivion Rings and expensive cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you can't really say this without perfect information. But Chris Kuehl, looking at this green-white deck, he doesn't know about Angel Serenity, but that seems like one of the few ways that Chris Anderson has to really trump back into the game.
If you look at how Chris Kuehl is playing, I don't think it's on his radar.
Yeah.
Because if it was on his radar, he would have definitely killed the Avacyn's Pilgrim over
That's
the
fair.
Borderland Ranger.
That's fair.
And with his Huntmaster, so
Yeah.
may not be something I would be shocked if Chris Kuehl played a Nevermore named Angel Serenity.
Okay. That's fair. So we're looking at Sigarda, Huntmaster, Garruk, Oblivion Rings coming in, Thalias, and I don't know what else comes out.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Ben's deck is all these cards are situationally good.